in our squad, and we managed to find a few players in the crowd, and I'm not sure if Uzbekistan have considered that. Taking a look around.
I remember being 11 years old, turning up to a 10s tournament with 12 players and not being too impressed. Can't imagine playing international sevens with 8.
It's hard work, isn't it?
And it's hot somewhere, I suppose.
And they won't be liking this humidity. The Uzbekistanis wouldn't be used to this at all. But anyway, it's all for a battle for pride and honour here. 7th and 8th. Guam playing in the blue with the ball now against Uzbekistan in the white and blue V on their back. Here goes Olivia Flores. She tries to get round the outside. Hasn't had much chance in this tournament, the skipper. Loves to run with the ball. That's good tracking back. And now I just want some good stories to go home with so that they can turn up in Korea with a bit of optimism that they've actually improved in some areas.
I think they've come on a lot since we first encountered this Guam national side. The experience. They've come and they've learned, gone away. Certainly seen their game improved, and players like Flores and Perez, Thiessen. 2 more, and they've got a foundation for a well, I think a side that could really go ahead.
I'll tell you who's missing too. The 2 sisters from the Olympic qualifiers, the Tagoakta sisters. They were impressive. Not sure why they're not here, but they only have 23 registered senior female players, so we've got half of them here. They're getting close now. That's Joyce Borgia, and she's over for the opening try for Guam after some good build-up work.
So short-range effort, and Flores with the initial drive to the line, the set-up, and Guam managed to punch over. So they'll be chuffed. There's a try, first try for this tournament for Boya.
So the kick's away from right out in front. So Guam 5, Uzbekistan 0. As everybody just comes down a little bit from those 2 cup semis. Sri Lanka with the amazing victory over China in the last minute, way into injury time, and then Hong Kong beating Korea. So we have our cup finalists for the men. It's going to be Hong Kong versus Sri Lanka. While the Japanese will take on China in the Women's Cup final later today. Plenty of rugby to go. Thanks for joining us all around the world on rugbypass.com and Sky Sports in New Zealand for this opening leg of the Asia Rugby 7 series. 3-leg series this year. 8 women's teams, 8 men's teams. Here goes Flores again. Trying to go all the way on her own. Oh, she's been grabbed by the hair there. There's Erika Kuichocho. Working their way to the line. It's another team effort. And I think it's going to be a penalty for the hair grab, which you can't do. And I think it was unfortunate. It was a freak occurrence. They've all got long hair. Maybe it's a tactic. And there's no stopping Amanda Cruz from there. This powerful athlete, just, she knows what the game is. Didn't need a run up. And with just 6 players on the field, always going to be tough to hold out much longer. kick just sails to the left. So Guam enjoying themselves with 2 tries.
Tap and go for Cruz, and through some fairly lazy defence. First try for her in this tournament.
Kutigwa with the restart through the legs of Anna Pavlova. She regains. It's been a bit of a letdown for the Uzbeks. Just their restarts. They've had obviously plenty of chance to practice their restarts. There's lots of tries scored against them, but just not been drilled very well in that area. And she's on her feet there. She was off her feet. Couldn't continue. Guam opting to plug the corner and just work away at this, the 6 players of Uzbekistan. You see the race course in the background there, the green grass of the Happy Valley race course. And it's the clubhouse underneath the race course. Horses running on the rooftop. Here goes Flores. She's trying to put her teammate away. It's Quichocho. Back to Flores, gets the legs pumping, tries to go all the way. That is super defence from Uzbekistan. You've got to stay right on the line there, not giving up with 6 on the field. And that's one thing you've got to love about rugby and these athletes. They never give up. Pride is on the line as the hooter goes.
That's pretty heavy work in there close to the line.
Amanda Cross, she has found her mojo from that distance. Love to have seen her get a bit more ball in the other games. She knows the way. So it ends full time with a conversion to come. 15-0, 3 tries to 0. Half-time break. Kick to come. And she's going to try and convert her own try. So it's not her own try. Getting all muddled up here. Put the pies away. So half-time, 15-0. Guam over Uzbekistan.
So to the half-time break here in Hong Kong. The Asia Rugby Women's 7 Series, Uzbekistan 0, Guam 15. Guam get away to a good strong start in the opening 7 minutes. Plenty of action left in this tournament. As we call the people that get the best seat in town. Authorities. Uzbekistan tidying up the hairdos, which is important. Been a hard road for these 8 women this weekend. Will be the better for it though. Guam, like we said earlier, seen these ladies come on a lot in the last 18 months. Got some athletes in there, there's no doubt about that. They've got some size, they've got some strength. And in Flores, they certainly have some genuine leadership. As Uzbekistan resume the field at the start of the second half. 15-0. Guam over Uzbekistan. The restart to come.
Uzbekistan hunting for that elusive score. They want to get back on that plane with a score under their belts. But it's Guam hot on attack, and that's a head-high tackle, tracking back there. Just doing everything she can to stop this Guam side. It's going to be a warning. She's actually going to the pocket here. There's a second yellow card in this match for Uzbekistan for pulling the hair again. It's 2 hair pulls. Maybe it wasn't an accident.
Well, that's no accident.
Through she goes. Anisha Nedlick got a couple of big, powerful players, haven't they? And from that distance.
Well, Guam unloading the heavy artillery on Uzbekistan. And they're certainly knocking them in from short range, no doubt about that. Look at that for a conversion.
Yes, a conversion, 4th attempt. So 3 tries unconverted and 3 tries from short balls to these explosive runners. Look at that. Good on her.
Well, they'll be delighted, the ladies from Guam. 22 points better than Uzbekistan. Just what you want with your final hit out for the weekend.
From the kick-off, Guam noticing that Uzbekistanis were not set up correctly, so they've just popped it in behind and go to a line out. Big battle coming up later today in the Women's Cup final. China, Japan. Maya Shimizu with 8 tries. Zhao Ying from China with 7 tries. They'll go toe-to-toe. Oh, it's an intercept, and that's well read from Erika Kwichoko. So nothing going right for Uzbekistan. You do feel for them. That's try number 5, and the string of 3 tries in a row from short balls to powerful runners is broken, and she converts her own try. So building the scoreboard here now. Guam still up against 6 players. No, Uzbekistan back to 6, back to 7 now. And it's just skills like that, letting them down, and is she going to get it? It's just gone too far for Kwitigwa, and that was almost a record, maybe a record for scoring a try from the restart. She's done extremely well, smiling all the way, and just beaten by about a metre. She goes into the cameras. Uzbekistan just trying to get it out, I think, and that hasn't worked. So back comes Kwichoko, gets it to Flores, and finally she's going to get on the scoreboard as Olivier, and she's going to go around under the posts. She's been threatening to do it the whole weekend, and she gets her name on the scoreboard.
Well, nice work, skipper. It'll be the call going out amongst her teammates. Wrong foot's in defence, and then just hits the Jets. Fair enough. Good weekend for Flores, guiding her team to a healthy win over Uzbekistan. And you never know, Guam might have saved the best for last.
Very young, inexperienced squad. A lot of these girls still at college, high school. And as we said, if there's only 23 players to choose from, and there's 12 here, and the Tagawakta sisters are back at home, there's not that many others to call upon. So it really is impressive. Imagine if they had a few hundred players. Clearly got an interest in the game, and enthusiasm for the game. Flores again puts her winger on the outside, and Erica Quikocho is going in for another try, and they are raining the misery on Uzbekistan.
Well, you get the sense that, look at this, here we go. Flores looks out wide, finds the pace. Quikocho dots down pretty easily, and I think Guam kind of returning the favour that a lot of teams give to them. They are showing absolutely no mercy whatsoever.
Got the radar working on the boot too. 3 in a row been converted after 3 or 4 in a row being missed, so huge score for Guam. And look at Uzbekistan, they just keep trying. Let's hope they can learn from this and just improve from the experience. Tough couple of days. Here's the hooter, so it's all over. Guam will take 7th place in this leg of the series. Uzbekistan will take 8th. One last chance for Guam to prove the scoreline for them and give them a happy trip home. And there it is, the final act of the game. Jessie Ray Aguero completes this demolishing of Uzbekistan. And that's the end of the tournament for these players. And some applause for them. Not really known as rugby countries, are they, Guam and Uzbekistan? And conversions away, 46 points to 0. Low fives from Guam players, and I'm sure Uzbekistan girls are a little disappointed. They certainly don't look that cheerful walking off, but there you go. Guam 46, Uzbekistan 0. Coming up next, 5th and 6th playoff between the women. Singapore versus Sri Lanka. There's Paddy Donovan on the left there. Director of, it's not Taps and Toilets, that's Sanson.
Well, incredibly, I think for his sins, Paddy Donovan might be the finance director of the Hong Kong Rugby Union. I don't know what cruel fate might have befallen him for that, but maybe it's because he's a redhead.
Good crowd down here on a Saturday afternoon. I just went outside to experience the humidity. It's been a cooler week in Hong Kong. We thought autumn was upon us, but summer came back with a vengeance. Yesterday morning, match 34.